All right. Hey there. It is August 7th, and we are going over the New Music Friday on Spotify. This week is really an exciting one because we have two huge number one contenders. We have we have a song called Smile by Juice World featuring The Weeknd, and we have a song called WAP by Cardi B featuring Megan Thee Stallion. Now, up to the point of recording this, I still am not sure which of these songs will debut higher. I still haven't made up my mind. Uh, but both of them are number one contenders. They do have a shot at debuting number one. There's no guarantee that it will be one of those two songs. They could neither one of them debut at number one, but both of them have a shot. Now, let me go over the ups and downs of both of these songs. So, for the Juice World song, Smile, Juice World and The Weeknd both have dropped massive albums this year with massive streaming numbers. There is not a lot of build up anticipation for these two artists because we've gotten music from them recently. They are both in the middle of promoting, their current album era. Of course, Juice World is no longer alive, but his label is promoting his music. This could be potentially Juice World's shot at hitting number one. Were it not for, I suppose, this Cardi B song, WAP. The Cardi B song, what it has going for it is, well, firstly, it has two huge names, Cardi and Megan. Uh, Maybe not quite as guarantee hits as Juice World and The Weeknd, but both of them are also pretty important in their own right. Cardi B in particular has not released a song in over a year when she came out with Press. Now, I've heard a lot of people try to count Cardi B out. Uh, and I just don't really see why. I don't think that's fair. I don't see any real evidence to suggest that Cardi B is like on her way out or something like that. Press debuted at number 16, and it was not quite a hit song. It did fall off pretty quickly, but Press was on the tail end of a like 8 song streak, an 8 single streak, however many singles it was. It was a large number between Bodak Yellow and Press, and it seemed like a new Cardi B song was dropping every couple months. And she also had her massive album, of course, and she was the biggest female artist of 18. But Press, there was probably some fatigue factor built in. With WAP, there should be some build up, and of course, there's the fact that she brought Megan Thee Stallion along to this song. Uh, the thing that Cardi B has going for her as well is a music video. There's this hot new music video that just dropped about 30 minutes ago as I'm recording this. Uh, it's got some celebrity cameos as well. Um, and Cardi B also has a sales campaign going for her, similar to the Nicki Minaj sales campaign that is actually currently underway, and I will be covering in a next video. So I've actually heard both of these songs already. I haven't heard any of the other songs. I'm not usually one to listen to the songs immediately as they drop, but I heard both of these, and WAP is certainly a banger. It's something you get hyped to. I'm not sure if it's either Cardi or Megan's best song, but they're pretty good on that song. Then there's Smile with The Weeknd, which is pretty much what you would expect from Juice and The Weeknd. Both of these songs are pretty much what you would expect, and neither of them sound very flawed to me. So I've already spent 5 minutes talking about these two songs. Suffice to say, I think they will both debut pretty high. I think they will both hit the top five, um, and they both have a chance at number one. So let's go on and see what else we have on the New Music Friday. One of the songs we have is Joji featuring Diplo. It's called Daylight, and that song, for whatever reason, even though we have four huge artists dropping, two big songs, uh, for whatever reason, Spotify chose to give the cover of New Music Friday to Joji and Diplo, who I have respect for them, but I don't think they are the big story this week. Joji has charted three different songs, I believe, usually very low on the charts. But with Diplo along for the ride, I think that this one should be able to chart too, and maybe one of his higher charting songs. Let's scroll down and see what we've got. We've got Freak by Doja Cat, which is apparently, I've been told, it's doing well on TikTok. Freak is a song that had already leaked, I guess, a long time prior, but it's being released now as sort of just this extra little Lucy being thrown out uh, so that it can be official, so that it can be on Spotify. So that song will probably chart. Doja Cat is obviously she's doing very well for herself right now. Um, I'm not sure if it'll chart very high, but I do figure it will probably chart. Next, we have a song called "Blind" featuring Young Thug. This song is by DaBaby. Last week we had a song by DaBaby, a feature on New Music Friday, which did not do well. It's surprisingly disappointed, and it featured I can't quite recall. I think it was Stunna for Vegas. Young Thug is a better feature. Probably it is probably a name that will draw more attention. However, so this DaBaby track with Stunna for Vegas or whoever it was, this song is might not even chart. Probably won't even chart. Uh, but Blind, I guess it'll have a better chance. I'm just a little surprised by DaBaby dropping a song that won't even be able to chart, or has a strong chance of not being able to chart. That's pretty out of character for DaBaby, who's been hugely popular in the last couple of years since he broke out in early 2019. Next, we have NLE Choppa featuring artist named Mulatto, who was actually on the New Music Friday last week. I haven't had a chance really, or I haven't felt the need to research who Mulatto is still, although I do believe it's a female artist. I think I saw her on YouTube trending. Anyway, NLE Choppa, again, he has a handful of charting songs at this point. He has like five different Shot of Flow songs. I'm not sure if everything that NLE Choppa drops will chart. I'm gonna give this one maybe a 60%. That's my thoughts on NLE Choppa right now. Next, we have somebody named SG Lewis. Don't know who that is, and knowing New Music Friday, there will probably be a more important artist underneath this SG Lewis. We've got Troy Sivan with a song called Rager Teenager. Troy Sivan's had a couple of hits, but I doubt he's not very consistent, so I doubt he'll chart. We've got okay. We've got Pop Can, Pop Can. I feel like I'm gonna be ignorant here. I'm not entirely sure who that is. I believe it's a Jamaican dance hall artist. But we have Pop Can featuring Drake and Party Next Door. Um, hmm, I feel like it was about 2 weeks ago that there was a song featuring Drake that really did not pick up momentum because it was an artist that had like no prior exposure. Of course, there are artists like Blockboy JB who have gotten huge hits because of Drake features, who never had any exposure before and haven't had any exposure since. Pop Can, however, is a name that has some is established in some way. I'm not sure how far back this pop can guy goes. He might be like a genre legend, like a niche legend. I'm not really sure, or he might be a new upcoming artist. I'm unaware. I do all of this off the dome. I'm sorry to say. But the song is called Twist and Turn, and again, I will give this maybe a 80% chance to chart because it does have Drake. Although there are a few songs that feature Drake that don't manage to chart because of low, just low promotion and all that. All right, this next one's interesting. Rags to Riches 2, a sequel to Rags to Riches, I guess. And this song's by Rod Wave featuring Lil Baby. Rod Wave's been making a little wave of his own on the charts this year. He does have a miniature album bomb with about 7 or 8 songs charting. Um, Rod Wave with Lil Baby, yeah, with Lil Baby, with the power of Baby, yeah, he could chart. He could chart for sure. I could imagine him. I could imagine him doing so. Oh, Jesus Christ. This next song, what the hell? This next song is by David Guetta and it has quite a few featured artists. I believe it has so many featured artists that the page is not able to fit them all. None of them, however, catch my eye as being big deal. And of course, David Guetta has not been very consistent on charts recently. Um, so I'm going to have to say no for this one. Let's continue down. We've got a couple names I don't recognize. Ooh, this is interesting. Cool Again featuring Nelly. This is by Kane Brown and it features Nelly. Of course, Kane Brown is the country singer who has been stepping outside of that country box a little bit recently with collaboration with Sway Lee and Khalid. Um, Kane Brown, I believe he was even at the BET Awards because he is part black. Nelly, of course, has a long history of collaborating with country artists back in the early 2000s or mid 2000s with Tim McGraw, of course, over and over. Then he had the classic, enormous Florida Georgia Line song "Cruise," which he did a remix on. This is actually a remix as well. "Cool Again" is an already released song, but I guess this will be a remix with Nelly. The big question here is whether I'm not sure whether "Cool Again" is currently charting, but the big question here is whether the song can like re-enter with Nelly credited. That's the big question when it comes to remixes. Whether the remix version will be bigger for a week at least than the original version. And I'm not so sure here because, again, this is not like a huge hit. Nelly, of course, is not like a huge draw. But we'll see. We have Machine Gun Kelly featuring Black Bear. Black Bear's only had 2 charting songs, but both of them are pretty big. Well, especially Hot Girl Bummer. Machine Gun Kelly has actually not charted since the Eminem beef. And, typically a beef doesn't actually kill a person's career. But this may be one of the really rare instances where an artist gets in a big beef and they quote lose, and then they don't show up anymore. I don't know. It's been 2 years now, right, since the Eminem beef. Black Bear, he's a respectable feature, I guess. So I don't think it's gonna chart, but it exists. It's a possibility. We've got Bon Iver, of course. He's more of an underground artist. We've got Lil Mosey featuring Luné, who I believe is a Latin pop artist. Lil Mosey has not been strongly consistent. He does have his huge Blueberry Fago out right now, but he's not somebody I don't think we can count on him to chart every time. We've got I Am in Beck featuring Tory Lanez, Victoria Monet, best known for Monopoly. We've got the Biba Doobie releasing another song. We've got Amine, the one hit wonder behind Caroline. Uh, we've got 2 Chains featuring Lil Wayne. Okay. 2 Chains. I might stop to talk about him. 2 Chains. Last time he had a big like album era. Last time he was healthy was 2017, which he had 3 pretty solid songs in 2017. Um, he dropped his album last year, which I think it just straight up flopped. It even featured Ariana Grande, which is kind of a weird collaboration. But I mean, the lack of attention that this 2 Chainz album got last year was kind of, I would say maybe even embarrassing. It was pretty darn disappointing. It also had a big Kendrick feature. That was who he got. He got Kendrick and Ariana, just 2 huge names, and he wasn't able to make almost any splash. With Lil Wayne is obviously he's a legend. He's a huge artist on his own right, but as a feature, he doesn't elevate a song's popularity because we've had so many Lil Wayne features. Uh, and we still get so many Lil Wayne features. It's just not special, you know. And 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne actually have had a whole like collaboration album together called, what was it called? Like Call Grove. I don't remember what it was called, but let's see. Yeah, they had something called Watch Out, Bish. Yeah, I do not think this 2 Chainz song featuring Lil Wayne will chart. Unfortunately, even the Ariana and the Kendrick collaborations he did barely charted, so I don't think this will chart. So we got another JoJo. We got Luke Bryan, Down to One. And I'm not sure whether this is a song that is legitimately new or if it's a song that is just newly released as a single. But if it's by Luke Bryan, it'll probably chart. Of course, Luke Bryan is, I think he is the biggest country artist of the 2010s, and the 2010s, I mean, they just happened. So he's really the biggest artist, the biggest country artist of the last 10 years. So Luke Bryan, he's very consistent. He should be able to chart with Down to One. The country way, though, we shouldn't expect Down to One to have the kind of debut that that the Dan plus Shay song had last week, but he'll debut the country way. You know what I mean? Slowly. We've got a Maddie and Tay cover of Watermelon Sugar. It appears. Uh, it's called Watermelon Sugar. I'm fairly certain that would make it a cover and not a totally unrelated song to the Harry Styles song. We've got. I'm not going to name every single name I'm scrolling past. We've got a Blink 182 song, a Iconopop. Here we go. What? How? All the way down here, we've got Punani. I guess I might as well talk about Punani, and there's kind of a lot to say about it. It's the fourth 6ix9ine song that was released since he first made his comeback from prison. Punani is it was actually released last Sunday, so it's not really. Probably shouldn't be on this New Music Friday. It probably should have been on last week's New Music Friday. Punani, similar to Yaya, it has done very well on YouTube, but it has not done well anywhere else, including Spotify. And this song will possibly be 6ix9ine's first song to not chart. Yaya debuted at number 99, which is 6ix9ine's second closest call. His closest call was Gotti, which debuted at number 100. But Yaya, it barely charted. This Punani song, what is really killing it is the fact that it was released on a Sunday instead of a Friday, like a normal person releases his music. I don't know whether 6ix9ine went from being obsessed over the charts to just not caring about them, but he released this song on a Sunday, totally crippling its chances to chart. Because when you release on Sunday, you only have 4.5 days of charting in that in the tracking week. You know, if you release on Friday, you have the full 7 days. Um, but it's racked up a lot of YouTube plays. It could chart. It's racked up about 50 million. Yaya racked up 62 million. It could chart. We'll just have to see. But this could be the end of 6ix9ine's undefeated streak of charting every single single he's released. I believe he's released around 11 or 12, and he's charted all of them up until now. But this could be the end. We've got a Rick Ross song featuring somebody named Finn Matthews. I wouldn't really expect that to chart. We've got a Lecrae song. We've got Keith Urban, Change Your Mind. That'll probably chart as well. Keith Urban is not as strong as he once was. Um, his most recent hit is God Whispered Your Name, which I believe is doing pretty well, but Keith Urban just isn't the juggernaut that he was. He's showing some signs of aging. Of course, he's been around for several decades at this point. I believe he broke out in 2000. But, even country artists, after a certain amount of time, will sort of lose steam. Let's see. Let's continue downward. We've got a Lil Keed featuring Lil Baby. That song's called She Know. I know I've seen the name Lil Keed around, but not often. I don't really know who that is. Seems like somebody I might have seen on like the XXL vote for the 10th freshman spot list or something. But no, I wouldn't expect Lil Baby to be able to boost two artists in the same week. Lil Baby might be overexposing himself a bit. Let's see. Um, Somebody named Goth Babe, not Baby Goth, Goth Babe. Um, I'm sorry to repeat that over and over again. I'm just scrolling on down. This is probably the end of the relevant songs. Probably the end of the relevant artists. Quando Rondo, Flatbush Zombies, and that's it. That's the end of the list. So that is my analysis. I will make another video in about 24 hours or so, and we'll see just how correct I was. We'll see just how good these songs are doing. We'll see where Juice World is compared to Cardi. Although I do believe that Juice World will have an advantage on Spotify. But we'll be looking at the Spotify first days tomorrow. Uh, I'll see you then.